Hello, literature lovers. Today I would like to discuss some apps related to literature which can help you study easily since many suggestions were coming that how we can study without books since technology is now part of our life. Here I am trying to discuss few apps related to literature which can help us in studying, and also they are easy to use, and these apps can be used anywhere since mobile phones and smartphones are such an intricate part of our life right now. So I am discussing few apps which are really good. Here it is. Footprints Literature in English. This app is also good, as you can see. Quite in detail, you can find summaries of many chapters, and it's quite nicely rated and used in many countries. Footprints by G Publishing. You can try, sometimes it depends upon user to user. Footprints Literature in English. Another app I would like to discuss, Pride and Prejudice Guide. They are apps related to a specific novel. So this is one of them. So you can find all the characters, you can find the summary and questions, and in detail you can discuss with your friends, and you can study anywhere with this app since it's very popular novel. Another is BSc English. This is for specific language for West Bengal students if they want to study. Another is English Stories app. So here you can find it quite in animated motivational type of stories of English, and although it is for small children, still you can find small stories, and the presentation is quite fine, as you can see. It's in easy language, sometimes we can study. It's highly recommended by many literature lovers. It is another app, BSc Preparation. Although it is for the competitive purpose, still you can find some grammatical quizzes, and it makes literature quite interesting, and they are very intricate classification of English literature since the periods and all the writers are given in this app. So it's very attractive, and the presentation is so clear. I'm sure you will fall in love with this app. You can see it, you can find it easily in Android store. Another app I can to discuss, English Poets and Poetry. Since poetry is such an inseparable part of literature, you can find English poets and poetry, and all the poets, major poets are there. The quiz is so interesting, and you can find it anywhere in Play Store. And this app is also very interesting, and you see, variety is so good, and it helps us in studying. So we should use technology, and this app is also very good. And if you find it interesting, please suggest. World literature, many of the my students were asking about world literature, how to study it. So here's this app, and there are quite interesting games, and depends upon your, also increases your vocabulary. Major writers are there, as you can see in this app, and it is quite interesting. It will not only increase your vocabulary and literature knowledge, but also makes you quite active and quick, and it also increases your word power and your spellings also. See, as you can see, there are different kinds of puzzles, and You should use technology in creative purpose also instead of enjoying only. English romantic novels. Here you can find all the major novels, all the major, and not only the summary, you can find the text also. Important textual lines are there in this app, and it is quite beautiful. As you can see, all pink and roses are there. Since it's February, you can see all the major novels are there. We should try to connect life with literature. That's what literature is all about. It's very interesting. His Poet Assistant. This app not only helps in studying the poets, but also helps you in becoming a poet. See, you can see the app is made in such a way that you can study and also create your own poetry. Tries to help you by showing different rhythms, etc. Is BA English notes. Notes are there related to BA level studies. It's also very good. It is English literature and linguistics notes. So, since English literature we are studying, linguistics is also part of many students' curriculum. So, here you can find it, and it is given in quite interesting way. It is writer's quiz, although it is of quite low criteria. Still, sometimes we are quite detached from literature. So here we can find simple quiz, and it is not so bad, although the level is not up to the mark. But still, since nobody is a genius, we can study these major writers, and the clarity in this app is quite good. Here it is literary quiz. So although here the quiz also is not up to the mark, still there is a scope. You will find it interesting. The way it is presented is quite clear. Sometimes we are not able to study in small, although the only major writers are there, still it's quite helpful. Book of English Literature. Here you can find the topics, different criteria related to ages, the kings. It is also quite good. Although the theory part is only there, but we have to study theory also. Since for that it is very good. Famous writers' stories. As you can see, the name suggests itself, and the language is quite clear, and you won't find it boring at all. All the major writers are there, stories are there, so you can also find it. Since it is so difficult to carry books nowadays, you can understand. Excellent MCQs of English literature. So many students are asking about the MCQs. This is the app, and MCQs are very important since most of the students are giving competitive exams. So here you can find MCQs related to English literature. Quite interesting, and level here is also quite high. So this will definitely help you. 20,000 MCQs, another MCQ. So you can see, quite interesting. Novels and books in English literature. You will find the novel, you will find the summary here. The language is not so bad, and the summary is good, and quite briefly it is explained. So it is also good app. You can consider it. English literature flashcard. Here the things are given quite clearly, no blurriness. It's superbly written. So this is was the last app I would like to discuss. I hope this will help. Thanks.